poet at heart. I'm a writer. I'm a rapper. Have been since I was a teenager. So I'll start off with a line that I always, I usually use at shows and I usually minister with is that if you ask about who I am, I always like to say I was born at 15 because that's when I came to know Christ, and it completely just changed me. And so I start there. But I mean, my background: born and raised in Chicago. My father's from South America, Bolivia. My mother's from St. Louis, Missouri. They met here in Chicago and then lived here ever since. My father was a pastor for 30 to 35 years. I say still is because you really can't ever get rid of that calling. He's still a counselor, pastor. And, but yeah, in short, man, I came to know the Lord when I was my teenage years. I'm super thankful for my household. It was like a lighthouse in the neighborhood that I grew up in, the schools I went to. And I can never deny the fact that the church I went to, Edgewater Baptist Church, and also my home were a huge part of me coming genuinely to Christ. I started going through rebellious times in my high school years. And the Lord just drew me back through the testimony, in part because of the testimony of my parents, just walking with the Lord humbly, serving the neighborhood, and then my church, just a humble church in the inner city of Chicago that I can never deny that the Lord was real based on those testimonies. So, but yeah, I mean, so my background though, and what God has kind of used in my life, aside from that, when you come to Christ and He pours spiritual gifts into you, it's just grew up. I love basketball, I love hooping culture, hip hop. I've been a graffiti writer all these years, an artist, musician, writer. So like early on in grade school, I started getting into all of that. Poetry, arts, rapping, freestyling, all the visual arts, like I said, graffiti. So hoop culture, that was just my world that I grew up in. And then when I came to know Christ, the Lord really activated that for mission. So that's like a big core of me. But so present day, like right now, all those things are still functioning through the ministry of Streetlights, the music we make on the Prisms. But what's been added through the years to that is a family. I'm a father, and I got 4 kids. My wife is named Iris. I've been married 12 years. She grew up in Humble Park, so she's from over here. And then I have 4 kids now, 3 boys, 1 girl, between 11, almost 12, down to 2. So we're busy.